Random Bible verse, part 4. By the way, can't wait to put my Christmas decorations up. I'm finally putting all the autumn stuff away. It's time, folks. It's time. Let's do it. Random Bible verse, Philippians chapter 2, verse 12, and I'll just work my way through. It says, "Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling." I like that. "For it is God which worketh in you, both to will and to do of his good pleasure. Do all things without murmuring and disputings, that ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of God, without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, among whom ye shine as lights in the world." Oof. Woof. I'm going to take a sip to that. I like that. What he's basically saying is this. He's writing, this is Paul writing to the church in Philippi. It's the book of Philippians. And he's basically saying, you guys are doing wonderful. You know, you're serving God and you're living for God while I'm around. But also, I encourage you to do that when I'm not around. That actually translates for us today because it's easy for us to live for God or do godly things or be on the right track when people are around, like when you're at church, for example, or if there's somebody that you know is God-fearing and you have a lot of respect for them, you're gonna you're not gonna do anything crazy. You're not gonna act the same that you would with a pastor versus with your friends on a weekend. And that's what he's basically saying. It's a scripture basically about integrity. It's doing the right thing even when no one is watching. And he says, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Now the fear and trembling part, I believe, is the fear of God, right? Because the scriptures do say that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. And it's not necessarily fear as in I'm terrified of him. Although I do believe that every believer should have that little bit of fear, that kind of fear in them about God, that kind of afraid type of fear. Because you should recognize that God holds the key to eternity. That's literally just what's at stake. But I believe the fear that this scripture is saying is more like a reverence, like a respect. You should honor and respect the Lord enough that you're not going to be comfortable sinning, even if it's in silence, even if nobody is watching, even if you're not at church or you're not near a pastor that can kind of hold you accountable in that moment. You should hold yourself accountable. You should work out your own salvation because you honor the Lord and you reverence the Lord and you want to follow the Lord. And we should all strive to achieve the eternal reward over the temporary reward. No sacrifice, no victory. Have a great week.